Now, Effective Communication with Phil Zeller, CEO, Dale Carnegie, Southwest Michigan.
Well, this one's going to be enlightening today, my friends. Oh, I got a good one for you. Check this out. It's a quote from the legendary Dale Carnegie. You're going to love this quote. Dale Carnegie said, "Remember, today is the tomorrow you worried about yesterday." Let me say it again. Remember, today is the tomorrow you worried about yesterday. How much time? So there I was with a group of business leaders just this past week, and we had this conversation, and I'm talking to all these leaders and all these incredible, amazing people that do amazing things with their lives, and we were talking about how much time is wasted when we worry about things. When we worry about what's not going right. We worry about things that we're uncertain about, or things in the world that don't seem to be going the way they should be in the moment. Now, this isn't something new. This has been going on for centuries and centuries and centuries. People have been worried about things. And then the question you ask yourself, as Dale Carnegie challenges with the quote, is tomorrow comes, and it's a new day. And then all of a sudden, it's like, okay, well, I was worried about that yesterday, but I'm okay today. How cool is that? And so as we were talking about this the other week, we realized we lose so much time, so much precious time in our lives. Now, as you know, if you listen to this show, Effective Communication with Phil Zeller, you know I've shared with you before, the true measure of consequence is time. Time, because you can't control time unless you're Doctor Strange or you have a TARDIS like Doctor Who, right? You can't control time if you don't have a time machine. We've talked about this, and you understand that what you can only do is manage the time you have. And if we find ourselves in our life losing time to worrying about things, the question is, what can we do? Well, Dale Carnegie shared a lot of different things we can do in his famous book, How to Stop Worrying and Start Living. And one of the things that he shares in there, one of the techniques he shares in there, and I recall this, I used this back when I was in college. When I was in college, I really wanted to go to college. And the reason I really wanted to go to college is because I wanted to get an education. The challenge was I couldn't afford it. I didn't have the money to pay for it. And back when I was going to school, there wasn't a lot of funding out there for a lot of people. And so I didn't have access to funding. And if you wanted to get a loan back when I went to college, you had to have a cosigner. So somebody had good credit that would sign for you. And I did not have that person in my life. I had nobody to sign any loan. So I couldn't take out a loan. So what I did was what anybody would do that really wants to do something. I found a way to make it happen. Rather than worrying about going through life without an education or deciding that, woe is me, I decided to put into play something that Dale Carnegie shared. Dale Carnegie said, when you want to make something happen, you've got to keep busy. You want to overcome worry, get busy, keep busy, do stuff, keep moving. So what I did was I got four jobs, and I worked my way through college, and I paid cash for college. Now, I did forego a place to live. Mind you, that was a conscious choice because I could not afford college and a place to live. So I did not have a place to live. Now, mind you, that was a conscious choice I made because I wanted education. And somebody says, well, so you were homeless without a place to live. Absolutely, I was. But the choice was I wanted an education. Now, why did I want that education so much? Well, I read all the stats and statistics. And the other thing I realized is this. If you've ever been out there before and you've ever been robbed or had something stolen from you, I remember one time somebody broke into my truck and stole my stereo system out of my truck. And I remember one time I was traveling in Europe and I was robbed there. And sometimes in life, people are going to try to take your stuff, right? They might steal your car. They might take your wallet. They might threaten you with their life. They might steal your stuff. But here's one thing they can't take away. They can't take away that education you achieved. That's in your head. So they can steal all your stuff, but they can't take away who you are. And so here's the beautiful thing I always share with people about education is get as much education as you can because it's an investment in yourself that no one can take away from you. How cool is that? So it is the best investment you will ever make is to invest in yourself. And I'm not the only one who says that. Warren Buffett, go listen to him. He talks about it all the time. He tells everybody, it seems like every time he goes somewhere, I took the Dale Carnegie course. He shares that wisdom. You can YouTube it. So my challenge to you is to understand this. Get busy. Stay busy. Where there's a will, there's a way, and you can make it happen. You have to make the conscious choice to go after it, because if you're wasting time worrying, you're not busy on taking care of things that could help you remove that worry. Beautiful thing about it is, yeah, it's going to be a challenge. It's not easy. Been there, done that. But when you get to the other side, it was well worth it because you took control of it and you improved your situation. Now go make it happen.